It's week 2 of the National Football League. Up next, we'll get a look at Patrick Mahomes. He comes in 4th in the league in passing this year. It's the Chiefs and the Ravens, next on EA Sports.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here's the Chiefs offense for their first possession, and it's Patrick Mahomes at quarterback.
And simply put, for many, he's the gold standard for quarterbacks in today's NFL because of his ability to create, find the open man, use all the different arm angles that he has. He's a complete package, and boy, his team loves to play around him.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Over the middle, it's complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now a first carry here for the running back. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. 3rd and short, so didn't need much, but got a little extra on the backside. Nice run.
Chewed up the yardage, didn't he? To me, that was offensive line with leverage, good blocking angles, taking on a stacked defensive front. And once they chopped that little hole in the beginning, he took it and rambled.
And just the 3rd play from scrimmage, wanted to avoid the 3 and out and did just that. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. And from the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. Mahomes now to throw. That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They go play fake. Mahomes. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he fires one incomplete. You look at this Baltimore defense. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
Normally you want teams to gel late in the season, but this unit, they've been terrific right from the word go. Came in as the number 1 rated unit against the pass in the NFL after just 1 week.
It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
Butker's kick here is good, and the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well. So your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
And he comes off a tough opening matchup. Threw way too many interceptions in that game. Definitely not the way you want to kick off a new season. So he said to himself, I got to throw that game out. I'm going to get a fresh start right here in week 2.
Play action. It's Jackson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. And the officials here are going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. 3rd and 8. Here's Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. Jackson being chased out left. Now inside the 25. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Oh, Lamar Jackson just so electric, Charles, when he gets into open space, and we saw Exhibit A right there.
You know something? I'm standing up here in the booth next to you watching the play. He buckled my ankles on that one as well. It doesn't matter whether you're actually on the field trying to chase him or you're just watching him play. This guy is sheer excitement.
Jackson. Quick slant caught by Kirk. And the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Jacobs will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown.
And you can forgive this defense just a bit here. They know how dangerous Lamar Jackson is running the football. Stopping him is in many ways a prime concern. So here, they're late to react to the handoff on the option, and it costs them as this winds up a touchdown.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. So that drive 7 plays in length. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. 2nd down, 8 to go from the 28. Now Mahomes. And this is incomplete. You look at this Baltimore defense. It's quite a unit. #1 in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
A big play there for KC. 41 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Mahomes going to throw. And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's second down. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Well, this defense for the Ravens, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well. I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
Butker's kick here is good,
and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
Well, good start for him in this one here in the first quarter, and he's now 2 for 2 on field goals.
And I know while the offensive coaches are telling their guys, hey, let's leave the kicker out of it unless it's an extra point, this could pay dividends if this game is tight down the stretch. His confidence is going to be sky high if they need him for a big-time kick.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. Now Jackson. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. That'll give him 8 that time. 3rd and 7 now.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson.
That is caught.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
In motion left goes Burks.
Play action. Now Jackson.
He gets it to Burks again.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Here's 3rd and 3.
They go play action with Jackson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
That's George Karlaftis, who fought his way through the line to bury him.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And now here comes Kansas City. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. The second quarter from KC. It's the Chiefs in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. The Chiefs at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. And now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Here's Mahomes to throw. That ball caught. It's Rice. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
In motion goes the tight end. To throw, it's Mahomes. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chiefs are once again back in front.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
The last series form a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Now it's Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Jackson now. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's French. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
From the 48-yard line, here's second down and 3.
Now it's Jackson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 32-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 32-yard line. Jackson will throw again.
Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
To throw is Jackson.
He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Josh Jacobs, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from taking the lead. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and they actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Point after, right down the middle. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Chiefs ready to rock again on offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Mahomes now to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now here's Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
This 2nd and 4. And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback.
So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They played the Browns last week, got the victory in that game, and so far so good as they've got the lead here. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Here's Jackson to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Throwing is Jackson.
And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25.
So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
And here's Ryan Wright now,
as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 28-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
2nd and 12.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Here is 3rd down and 4.
That's the giveaway. Makes it 3rd and 4.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
That one caught by Rice.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. From midfield, here's Mahomes. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Mahomes going to throw. And he comes back with one complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Hassan Reddick. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo, where it was the Bills who pick up the victory at home. Josh Allen, couple of touchdown passes as his guys win their second straight to start the year. From there, we're off to check out another game, and that game all even as they host the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Finally, let's get out to Southern Nevada and see what's happening with the Raiders at home in Las Vegas. And it was the visiting Carolina Panthers who were victorious in that one. Troy Franklin, a touchdown catch in the victory. We just watched a solid first half from the 2022 rushing champ, Josh Jacobs. He chipped in a couple of touchdown runs as he was running with determination right from the word go.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter.
And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
Here's Jackson. Over the middle into the hands of Burks.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
They'll send Kirk in motion right.
Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Jackson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's French. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
Here's Jacobs from the gun.
And he'll work down inside the 45.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now Jackson.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it.
That's exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim.
And here's Ryan Wright now
as he's on to punt for Baltimore. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Now Mahomes.
He'll get this complete to Worthy.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down. Here's a give up the middle. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw.
Got a man over the middle, Worthy.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Play action. Now it's Mahomes.
That ball caught. It's Rice.
And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 15-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
And this is where play action can be so effective. Your running game's been the driving force on this possession, so as a defense, you start shifting your focus towards stopping the run. But if an offensive coordinator sees that, he can take advantage, and they get good yardage there.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. To throw, it's Mahomes. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Ravens are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the 4th quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Able to slither by. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
And, Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. 2nd half with the lead. This is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Jackson.
He gets this one to Burks.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And now it's 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Jackson now.
That is caught.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
From the gun, Jackson.
It's complete, Burks.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game. I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Chiefs offense and Patrick Mahomes headed back onto the field. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up second down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Mahomes now to throw.
That's into the hands of Worthy.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field.
We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Now here's Mahomes. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 30. 12 yards there as they move the chains. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Now it's Mahomes again. And he rifles one incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. And his throw here is incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
And Xavier Worthy,
his first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Chiefs have retaken a 3rd-quarter lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
We're back now in KC, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter, and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. They'll start with the option.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now it's Jackson. He finds his man, complete. It's French. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's French. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick.
And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
The Chiefs offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Wide open receiver, complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The end result, 21 yards.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Mahomes going to throw.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Working from the gun, Mahomes.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And in for the Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Chiefs will add to their 4th quarter lead. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over. And here a late turnover leads to a 4th quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Motion man left is Kirk.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now it's Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jacobs. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together?
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Here's Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, a pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down. And here's Ryan Wright now,
as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes. And he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. He's got a man. Complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Now Mahomes.
That's complete. Left side to Worthy.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up.
We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead.
Now, this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
That time he took a little bit of a shot off the run-pass option.
Well, you know what he's trying to do. He's trying to draw the defenders closer to the line of scrimmage with the fake inside. And when he stepped back, he thought he might have had that. Instead, they played it awfully well. Incomplete pass downfield.
And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 30. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
Now that's a big pickup right there, and so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking on play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
2nd and 3rd levels, you could see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively. Here's Mahomes to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Trenton Simpson, well, he just flew in there to drop him. Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take-that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. To throw, it's Mahomes. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Hassan Reddick able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Kansas City. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. The Ravens offense and Lamar Jackson set to take over once again. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. 2nd and 6. Throwing is Jackson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace. Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. His throw incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Jackson will throw again. Pressure comes, and down he goes. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Under pressure, they got him again. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. They've got his man complete. And he's all the way across the 50 before he's finally pushed out of bounds. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
Well, this game's not done just yet. A big conversion there on 4th down and a big gainer as well. They're going to have to play perfect football from here and get all the breaks, but at least they're giving themselves a shot.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Now Jackson. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Throwing. Jackson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Here's Jackson. That is caught. And down inside the 15 he goes. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Jackson. He gets it to Burks again. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Now 2nd and 4. Jackson to throw. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Jackson. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
The extra point splits the uprights, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Time definitely of the essence now, just under a minute to play, and here we go. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics would tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Victory in the cards now for the Chiefs as they take a knee here. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. And they will take a knee here. Mahomes down to a knee, and that should just about write a finish to this one. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for the Chiefs, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.